Hey, Mr. Airdem here. We're going to go over some metric system conversions here. Now, we're not going to use every metric conversion I know of. We're just going to base off of these five. We're going to do kilo, which is a small k, centi, which is a small c, milli, which is an m, micro, which is a u, just so you know. That's a Greek nu. Micro, u. Micro, u. Okay. Nano, n. Okay? Those are the conversions that we are going to use. Okay, this note right here, no prefix is ever alone. It is always attached to the metric base unit of some kind. So we are going to convert from liters to kiloliters, for instance, or grams to kilograms, meters to kilometers, joules, pascals, anything you can think of. Okay? So, if we're doing distance here, distance is in meters. Okay? So, we are going to convert to 1 meter. I am always going to put 1 with the base unit, and the scientific notation always goes with the prefix unit. Okay? So here we go on this. Okay? So 1 always goes to the base unit, so we are always going to have 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. And then we are going to define the kilometers based off of what the scientific notation equivalent is, which is 1 times 10 to the negative third for kilo, 1 times 10 to the second for centa, 1 times 10 to the third for milli, 1 times 10 to the sixth for micro, 1 times 10 to the ninth for nano. Okay? That's how we're going to do this. So when we do volume here, volume is liters. So when we're writing our conversion factors, we are going to base off of 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter. If I wanted to go to kiloliters, I'm going to use the kilo number, which is 1 times 10 to the negative third. And you might see some other teachers flip some numbers around. These are the conversions that I am always going to use. If I was doing centa, centa is 1 times 10 to the second. Or you'll see some teachers use 100 there. Milli, 1 times 10 to the third milliliters equals 1 liter. 1 times 10 to the sixth microliters equals 1 liter. 1 times 10 to the ninth nanoliters equals 1 liter. Okay? Those are our volume examples right there. Okay? Remember, we have to go to the base unit. Base unit is always going to be 1 something for us. When we're doing mass, mass is based off of grams. So you are going to see 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram, 1 gram. So 1 gram equals 1 times 10 to the negative third kilograms. 1 gram equals 1 times 10 to the second centigrams. Because centi means 1 times 10 to the second. Milli means 1 times 10 to the third, so we're going to do 1 times 10 to the third milligrams equals 1 gram. Micro equals 1 times 10 to the sixth micrograms equals 1 gram. And then 1 gram equals 1 times 10 to the ninth nanograms. Okay? Those are the conversion factors. So if I was doing a problem of microliters to liters, I would use that conversion factor right there. Okay? Let's see what I do on the next page. Next page! Okay, here we go. Current computer transistor gates are approaching 32 nanometers. How many meters is this? Okay, so we are looking for meters. So this is going to be question mark, meters. That's what I'm starting off with. Then we have 32 nanometers. That's where we're going to start. Underline, scribble. Times. Okay, so we need our conversion factors. Okay, if you remember, we always use 1 base unit as our conversion factor, 1 meter. Nano means 1 times 10 to the 9th nanometers. Okay? So when we finish up this problem here, we're going to get to meters, right? That's going to be our final unit. So we have our multiplication sign here, and then our conversion factor. Nanometers on the top, nanometers on the bottom. What are you going to convert to? Meters. Swish, swish. Now we put in the numbers. 1 meter equals 1 times 10 to the 9th nanometers. Now remember, when you're putting this on the calculator, you're supposed to use the E button. So you're supposed to do 32 times 1. You can skip the times 1 if you're doing calculator. Divided by 1E9. That will get us the correct answer, which is 3.2 times 10 to the negative 8th meters. Okay. Let's do the next problem here. How many microliters? So we're looking for microliters. Are there in 4.56 times 10 to the negative 3rd liters? Remember, microliters is that wacky U. So we got that wacky U like that. Liters equals 4.56 times 10 to the negative 3rd liters. Undermark, scribble. Okay. Now we need our conversion factor. Conversion factor is based off of 1 liter. That's an ugly color, but we'll go with it. 1 times 10 to the 6, because that's what micro means, microliters. Times, we're going to have our equal sign out here, and our final answer is going to be in microliters. So this time when we do our one-step conversion here, liters on the top, liters on the bottom. What are we going to convert to? Microliters. Micro is 1. Not micro. That doesn't say micro, Mr. Harridan. That says 1 liter, Mr. Harridan. You put the 1 by the liters because it says 1 liter. If it says 1 liter, you put 1 by the liters. And then you remember you forgot to do your swish too. Just so you know. Now it says 1 times 10 to the 6th next to microliter, so you put 1 times 10 to the 6th. Okay? If I was doing this on the calculator here, the calculator would be 4.56 E negative 3 times 1 E6 divided by 1 equals, and that would be our final answer, which would be 4.56 times 10 to the 3rd microliters. Okay. This might be one where you like pause the video and then you try to see if you can do it. And then you watch the video and see if you can do it. I'll do this one in a little hurry though. Okay, so pause the video here. Okay. Good. Good job. Okay. So here we're looking for grams. We are starting off with 58.97 kilograms. Times, it's one step because it involves the base unit, and eventually we're going to come up with grams over here, correct? We need our conversion factor. Conversion factor is based off of 1 gram, so 1 gram equals 1 times 10 to the negative 3rd kilograms. Kilograms on the top, kilograms on the bottom. What are you going to convert to? Grams. This is going to be 1 times 10 to the negative 3rd kilograms. This is going to be 1. And our answer is going to be 5.987 times 10 to the 4th, if you have in scientific, or 58970 grams for non-scientific. I would accept either answer because it's the kind of person I am. Plus, they're both correct. Okay, you guys are champions. The legend is out.